Hello, hello, hello. This is Adrian OB, Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside. And this is my special Taurus horoscope reading for April 2019, mid-month April 2019. You know, it's funny. I just did an all signs review for the month, mid-month. And I did all the signs, and I did highlight Aries. I did a special report for Aries. And wow, I'm just going to say this. Divine Spirit is very strong. The Spirit is strong because Taurus was eliminated from that reading. And there were some Tauruses going, where's Taurus? Well, Taurus. Surprise. Happy birthday. It is your birthday. I got to do a special birthday reading for you, Taurus, because this is, this is a crazy month. April is a topsy-turvy, sign changing, all kind of retrograde happening kind of month. Okay. But there is some signs changing in the month of April. And one of the big things is that we go from Aries to Taurus, and we're about to go into Taurus season. It is now, we've got 8 days until it goes into Taurus. So let's go ahead and look at what's going on with your chart mid-month in April and going into May, because some of the planets are going to be going. Is that I had that it told me where the dates. Is this it? Oh, maybe not. Oh, you know what? It's right on the back here of Taurus, isn't it? No, it's not. What is that piece of paper? Don't you hate it when you're organized, but then when you are organized and you think you're organized, and then you realize, oh my God, I'm really not organized. So, here it is, I think. This is what happens when you have, this is it. This is what happens when you have a whole bunch of little things written down. I still use papers. Look, these are all the signs. I like looking at the wheel. I don't know. It inspires me. Like some people just like a computer. No, it's like something happens when my hand draws the wheel. Something happens when I place the signs on the circle. Does anyone else feel me? Am I a little too witchy-poo for everybody? I'm sorry. I might be a little too woo-woo for y'all. Because everybody's like into just like pull up a chart. Well, I do that too. I use computers too, but it's not the same when I'm doing a reading. I really have to. I like rolling out the chart and putting little notations and special things. I scribble. I still do that. See, that's one of the things I think when I'm teaching. And by the way, I do have classes that I was going to start mid-month. I'm not sure now. I might wait till the new moon or the full moon. I might wait till the full moon. But I do have some classes that I'm going to begin recording in April. And those classes are going to be going for most of the rest of the year. So, because everything's retrograding anyway. This is a great time for learning. Jupiter's retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, Pluto's retrograde. This is a time to learn and grow in knowledge, especially from a wise old sage like myself. I don't like calling myself old because I've been 29 for 20 years. But I know some things. And so if you're interested, you can find out more by going to astrologylookinside.com. I'm going to be adding these things into the shop area. There is now a shop page. There's also a calendly.com/astrologylookinside. I don't know if you know I'm on Calendly, so you can find me at Calendly, and I do have the lessons up on Calendly. So if you are interested in learning with Capricorntigress, I do have courses coming because I am an astrologer from way back in the day. Like, it's such a double Capricorn thing to be on doing astrology online with you young pups, and still looking so young, by the way. So double Capricorn, you couldn't write it any better. But it's life, isn't it? Okay, Taurus. And I also have a Taurus moon, which means I'm going to keep trying to be gorgeous until I die. And I hope to be a pretty corpse as well. And, just so that you know. I already sent something to my daughter that showed, like, when you pass, I want to have, it was just something that was so sharp. The girl made it look like it was like a bill play, a playbill. That's what, with our everything, like you were going to a show. It was beautiful. I actually got teared up when I saw that. And I don't know why I'm talking to you Tauruses about that, because I don't see very much fourth house emphasis unless I'm looking at the wrong month. No, I'm looking at the right month. The emphasis for you guys, Taurus, in the month is not in the fourth house at all. But the emphasis for you Tauruses are, well, it is the 12th house. And maybe that's why I'm talking like this. I do have a Taurus moon, which is in the 4th house, by the way. It's been weird, with having that there. Now, I don't know if you have been experiencing any strange dreams, because Taurus, this would be the time that you might be experiencing some strange dreams. Neptune is in the 12th house. The sun is in the 12th house. At this point, it's not, but as of the 17th, Mercury is going to be in the 12th house, and also Venus is going to be in the 12th house. That is called a packed 12th house. So there is the possibility of drinking, a lot of drinking. There is the possibility of drugs, potentially a lot of drugs. There's a possibility of something underhanded and sneaky, possibly. Hidden affairs, perhaps. Especially when Venus goes there. Secrets. 12th house is the house of secrets, right? And so is the 8th house. In the 8th house, you have a retrograding Jupiter in the 8th house. If you've been building a lot of secrets in the 8th house, this retrograding Jupiter may expose that, just so that you know. And Jupiter is going to be retrograding until August. So this is not just something happening in April. This is major. It started yesterday on the 10th, and it's going to retrograde to August 11th. Please be aware of all 8th house things. When Jupiter goes retrograde, I think it wants you to learn the lessons that are there in that particular area. So really pay attention to what's occurring in the 8th house. What does the 8th house mean? Normally it's sex, death, taxes, money. So pay attention to your money. Really pay attention to your money in the month of April. Mars is in Gemini in the 2nd house of money. That means a lot of money could be coming your way, and it could mean, with Jupiter retrograding, a lot of people say, oh, it's bad. It means she's not going to get her money. I'm thinking if someone owes money, this is going to have you go backtrack over what is due. I would say take the time to review things like insurance, taxes, annuities, child support, legal, all business documents, important special documents of all kinds, like wills, trusts, anything like that. If you have to get counseling, a lot of people don't like talking about counseling. But I mean, I'm an astrologer. I am not a professional, like a therapist professional or a psychiatrist professional, but I'm sensing some Tauruses need a professional. I mean, if you're going to a healer, maybe. And there are healers that work very well. I came across a lady named Alicia Harcel on Facebook. Alicia, Elysia, Hartzell, Hartzell. She is one of the sweetest spirits I've encountered online. I mean, you can feel her spirit, right? Even when it's tense, you can still feel the sweetness of her spirit. Now, maybe I'm attracted to her because I think most people sense a certain darkness in mine. And I'm not dark, I guess. But maybe I am. Who knows? I've come through hell. And so have a lot of other Taurus people. I mean, I have my moon in Taurus in the 4th house. Oppose my Neptune in the 10th house. But in a grand trine. Yeah, I'm lazy. And you see I'm overweight. I've been fighting it all my life. Tauruses, we tend to get, addictions. My Taurus moon got addicted to the comfort of food. Food took on a comforting, almost a mothering role for me. What is your addiction, Taurus? What are you fighting? You're fighting something. And 2019 may have been a year of addictions too, by the way. Because there's a lot of emphasis in the 12th house. Neptune's there. And Jupiter's been in, Sag. It's retrograding, though, as of the day. The North Node is in your 3rd house. It's been there. It's telling you to open up, communicate, and express your emotions. If you're experiencing any difficulties about expressing your emotions, that's why you're experiencing difficulties, because you need to learn how to express your emotions. Please do that. That's a lesson you've got to learn this year. It's really important that you learn that lesson. So if you're experiencing problems with communication, especially with Mars in Gemini right now, in your 2nd house of money, so really be cautious of that. Plus, don't forget, you got Uranus sitting in the 1st house. You guys, Tauruses, are doing things and being new. You're doing new things. You're exploring new things. And don't be ashamed. I'm talking about addictions and sexual addictions and drug addictions. Don't be ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed about anything I've been through. Because we go through what we go through, we live through what we live through, and we've survived 100% everything we've been through up to now, or we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. And so you are survivors, and you guys are going through some changes. I don't know what they are. I mean, a lot of you may not experience it right away because Uranus just got there, but you got 6 more years of Uranus going through your 1st house. Whatever you're going through now with Uranus in your 1st house, whoever you are right now with Uranus in your 1st house, you're probably not going to be that person at all in 6 years. You're just not. Also, be aware that on the 24th, Pluto goes retrograde, and on the 29th, Saturn goes retrograde in Capricorn. They're up in the 9th house. That's like the way you view everything. Life. The way you're looking at life is changing. The way you're looking at yourself, your life, what everything means to you, the meaning of life, what religion means to you, what astrology even means to you, what like if you feel like you have enough education, if you feel like you have enough certifications, if you feel like you have enough spirituality, you might decide to go back to church. I mean, these are really serious things. Two very serious, slow-moving planets, actually three, are going to go retrograde in the month of April. And so a lot of people are really looking over a lot of things in life. And in your case, you're going to be looking over like sex, death, taxes, money, right? Sex. And then you're going to be looking over things like travel and like religion and politics and legalities and like even your in-laws, even that might somehow play a role in your life. But these are issues that they're all backtracking. It's possible that wow, you might go through a divorce, and that's something that's possible, especially yeah, it's possible. So be aware of that. After the 20th, though, the sun moves out of your 12th house where it's all this darkness in a way. And it's going to start feeling brighter. Like you're going to start feeling a little bit brighter because the sun's going to be in Taurus. It's going to be in your first house of your personality. It's going to cross over that crazy Uranus. I want you to be aware of that. The day that the sun crosses over Uranus and Taurus is going to be a crazy day. You might feel like you can jump off a bridge. Don't jump off a bridge. Be aware that the sun is going to be conjunct Uranus very shortly. And sometime between like the 20th and maybe like the 25th, 26th of the month. And anything is possible, especially with Saturn retrograding. You might just I think when Saturn retrogrades on the 29th, a lot of people are going to feel like they can throw caution to the wind because it's going to feel like, oh my God, we're suddenly free to be who we want to be. Because I think a lot of people feel so restricted with Saturn and Pluto being in Capricorn. It's so heavy and so dark and so foreboding. And a lot of people have felt that. And I think a lot of us are going to feel like we can breathe, like, it's like when you take off your bra. Women, you know what I'm talking about. Black women, when you take off your wig, y'all know what I'm talking about with that. So we're going to have that feeling like at the end of the month. And you're going to really feel a sense of freedom when the sun goes over Uranus. Just don't do nothing crazy. Just don't do nothing crazy. And speak of crazy, there's going to be a full moon in Libra on the 19th of this month. That is 8 days from now. And I need you guys to be cautious, about just throwing caution to the wind again. Well, that's Libra. That's the 6th house. Okay, but that's work, that's your health, that's it could be affecting you because there's a lot going on in the 12th house. There's a lot going on in Aries. And that full moon is going to be in the fate degree at 29 degrees of Libra. And so it's going to be affecting some of these things. So I just need you to be aware of that. You might feel like you're going crazy. I mean, if you could actually take off of work that day, maybe do that. I mean, I just can see people getting a little emotional in the workplace. You might have to be the mediator. I mean, someone's going to have to be. And since you have Libra there in the 6th house, you might, make a good mediator that day. I mean, and up until the 17th and 20th, actually, Mercury and Venus are actually in the 11th house with Neptune. They're in the 11th house of friends and just hanging out. I would say communicating with your friends and stuff like that. Because Mercury is going to be there and Venus is going to be there. But even though Venus and Mercury are going to go in the 12th house, they're going to be, once they go into Aries, they're really going to be in a much more pleasant place from that Mars up in Gemini. Because right now, and I think it's probably, not in such a good aspect, but it'll be a lot better once it's there. So overall, Taurus, I mean, I would say if the month starts out a little dull, it's going to get better. It's going to get better because the sun's about to go into Taurus. And there's going to be quite a bit of emphasis in Taurus after the 20th. I always do so much talking on Thursdays. Well, so hold on. If things suck, excuse my language. if things are really rotten, they'll get better after the 20th, the 19th. Once things get into Taurus, then things will start going your way. It won't feel so gloomy, and you'll just feel like, hey, things are going. And if you're not feeling all that great now, just concentrate on the darn money. My God, you got Mars and Gemini in the second house. Money, money, money. Just think about the money, okay? Money. And if you just concentrate on the money, you're going to be okay. And concentrate on communications. Like, I don't know why I keep thinking that. And depending on what you do, like what kind of work do you do? In my case, I know I'm going to be working on things like webinars and Zoom meetings and making more content. And I have to do all these readings for the astrology and, maybe even doing more live readings. It's going to be a lot of talk, a lot of communication. And I could see, how that's going to play out for me, someone with a Taurus moon. Well, how is it going to affect you? Taurus sun, rising Venus, moon. I mean, do you see yourself doing a whole lot more communication? Because I know I do. Also, I would take the time with those Saturn and Pluto retrograding in the 9th house like that. This is a great time to get more education. Wow. You guys are going to get super smart this year. You might even be in training right now. And I see people probably already training or retraining or getting recertified or something like that. So good luck with that, because that's what you're supposed to do. And it's, it's going to get better, whatever it is. It's all going to get better. Okay. Oh, and don't forget, once Saturn goes direct, because Saturn and Pluto are in your 9th house. Saturn moves a lot faster than Pluto. Saturn's about to go to your 10th house. That means overall, you guys are about to go to a pinnacle, Taurus. You're coming out of a dark place. I mean, you might still feel like you're in it, and you got to, soon though. Soon. We're talking 8 days. It's almost Taurus season. So smile, have good dreams. Do affirmations, listen to binaural beats and special tones. Prepare for your victory, because your victory is now. It's coming and no one can take it from you, Taurus. It is all on you. All right. Well, much love, much light to you. Happy birthday, Taurus. I hope it's going to be a wonderful month, and May is going to be even better. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe our videos here on YouTube. And you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/astrology a look inside, or facebook.com/groups/astrology a look inside, where I do free readings, mini readings for people who are in our group there. And we do have a new shop. I think you heard me say that on our website, which is astrologyaLookInside.com. Well, much love and much light to you all, and happy Easter. Bye now.